Hello and welcome back to Movie Reviews 101 for one of the first reviews of the attempted rerun, and that is the movie The Voices. Now, first of all, you do not need to mix this movie up with the Ryan Reynolds movie. These are very different movies, and this one is directed by Nathaniel Nuon. Sorry if that's pronounced incorrectly, that's what Google told me. And it also stars Valerie Jane Parker, Jordan Ladd, Leslie Easterbrook and Ashley Bell. And this movie follows a blind woman named Lily, who was blinded when she was a child, who tends to get these visits from people. And because she's blind, she just thinks they're people talking to her, which sees us dealing with how each visit seems to have a message. And when she becomes pregnant, the messages become a bit closer to home, and she isn't really prepared for what they could be. Now let's go into the good, the bad, and the, well, you know what. So we like to start positive, so we're going with the goods. So the good wings have to be the performances. Now, we have Valerie Jane Parker in the lead role as Lily, but we do also have Jenna, Harvey and Chloe Romanski playing the teen and the younger version of Lily. And all three of them do an excellent job, along with Rita Value. Sorry again, I will get better at pronouncing names, but I've been saying that for 5 or 6 years. Who plays Emily, who's the best friend, who's always there for her. Now, with them going through all the different stages, each chapter gets broken up into different moments of life, and the teen one is sort of like the growing up, coming of age ones, which are all very fun and entertaining. And then we have the younger one who's sort of learning to adapt to the sudden change she's had to experience. But with the adult ones, they're the ones that are getting into the serious life stuff and where things do and don't go well. So the performances, again, great throughout. Then it goes down to the mix. One of the things I put in my written review is a bit of a mix of the eye and the sixth sense, because the visits you see very early on, so it's not actually any sort of spoiler, are definitely from deceased people. And there's one moment that's really, really shocking with what happens when she sees one, or what we see after she's had her interaction. And a lot of them are like suddenly disappearing here and there. And this is all very, very interesting, and it's leading to stuff. And it's a very good start to how these visitors tend to have been very important in Lily's life. Now, I want to put this one into the mix of the good and the bad, and that is the fact that I do think everything works out to make a very good, entertaining story. But I do feel like part of the middle chapter is a bit longer than it needs to be, because when it comes to the true nature of the visits, everything felt pretty rammed together near the end, when it was something we could have had a calm approach to, one we could have seen a lot more in depth to what was going on, a lot more sinisterness to what was really going on, which we won't get into. And then we've got to mention one of the bads, and to be honest, the only real bad I found was there's one of the visitor things has some bad special effects. It's weird because all the other spirits just look normal, and for some reason this one was weird and out of place for this whole movie, that actually was very, very smartly put together, well constructed, and most importantly, engaging. But we don't want to dwell on the bads, because that's boring and horrible. People have worked hard on these movies, so we're going to have to think of a good way to review this movie, right? But I think it's one you can truly sit, enjoy, and see what will happen with these figures. I'm not going to go out there and say it's a 5-star movie. It's one I can enjoy, just like you could enjoy. If you like your horror, if you like the eye, if you like Sixth Sense, it is that mixed together in a very intriguing idea. I gave this movie a 3-star rating, which you can then read on the website if you want to see more of my detailed reviews. But there, I'm happy with that. A 3-star review for The Voices. A very comfortable movie to come back to here because I like watching my horrors. I have a soft spot for most horrors as long as they have the basics correct. So this one does everything I want to see in a horror. Has something fun, bit of scares, bit of mystery, and a very satisfying conclusion. So, are you planning on watching The Voices, which I believe gets released on the 2nd of April? Let me know in the comments below. And if you think I should do another movie or two, let me know. I'll come back. We'll talk about something for a while. You know, I like to just ramble on about stuff, so why not make it the things I enjoy the most? So I'm just going to leave you with a simple fact of saying thank you for returning to watch, and until next time, go watch your movies.